Shavua Tov. We're going to speak about today the obligation of Simcha in Chag. What does that mean exactly, the obligation of the Simcha? There's an obligation to come and to have that everybody is going to be happy on the Chag, whether it's going to be your wife, your children. So how are you going to come and you're going to give them Simcha? So the Ktanim, we used to give them Klayot Vegozim, which means that whether it's going to be toasted kernels, whether it's going to be what we call nowadays candies. That's what we call it. You give them these candies, right, or any type of a toy for Shabbat, for the Yom Tov. It's also going to be the same thing. The women, you're going to buy them, whether it's going to be jewelry according to what you have. However, though, even if you do not buy her jewelry and you're going to buy her something for the house and you're going to make her happy with that, you're also going to be, it's the chovah without any problem whatsoever. So any type of utensil, right? She needed something and you come and you bought it for the house, that also you're going to be tzedek chovah. It does not have to be, right, a diamond, right, or anything else. You're going to be tzedek chovah with other things as well. No, something that makes her happy, not that she's going to give you on the head with it. In a sense, it has to be something that makes her happy. But, huh? Yeah, exactly. If it makes her happy, then you're right. Then give her but make sure that it's a metal one, right? A metal broom. Right? So when she gives it to you, it actually counts. Okay, that's going to be that one. Now, licha techila, you're allowed to give money. Why? Because at the end of the day, even though she's buying the present for herself, but you gave her the funds in order to come and to buy a present for herself, so therefore, licha techila, there's not going to be a problem whatsoever. What happens if Ban Minan, the woman, is in avelut? Now we know if she's in avelut, you're not allowed to give her a present throughout the entire year. So how are you supposed to do it? At the end of the day, you're obligated to give her a present for the Chag, but mitzat sheni, you can't give her a present. Now, so they say what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to be mizakela etzeh through somebody else. What does that mean? Before the Chag, you're going to come and you're going to give it to somebody else, a third party, and they're going to pick it up and say that they're going to be zocheh for this matana for Mrs. So-and-so, and then on Yom Tov, you're allowed to give it to her. Why? Since on Yom Tov, there's no avelut, right? Because we know on Yom Tov and Shabbat, there's no avelut. At the end of the day, there's no avelut for hesi v'chule v'chule. So therefore, what happens? We come and we give it to them on the Yom Tov. He comes and he says, and this is all to be a tzedek chovah, any type of chashashot, because mi'ikar adin, it could be that this is even mutar to give on Yom Tov. Why? Because even though on Shabbat and Yom Tov you're not allowed to give a present, here it's like priyat chov, you're paying back of a debt. You have a debt. You have to give your wife a present for Yom Tov. The fact that now you're going to give it to her, it's like paying back a debt. There's no obligation whatsoever. The men, how do you do it? So they're going to drink a revi'it of any type of yain, of wine, or anything which is going to be intoxicating beverages. This is even if it's not in the seudah. Meaning even without being in the seudah, you're tzedek chovah with the wine, right? And there's no obligation to eat meat on Yom Tov. So if you wanted to have a milky meal, you're allowed to do so even lechatechila. The Biur Halacha brings down Shitat Maran in the Biur Halacha that he says that Maran is that there's no chiyuv le'echol basar b'komakom tov le'achmir karambam. It's good to be machmir. I had people complaining a few years ago that we used to do it in Sinesita or other places. Again, I will repeat, Shitat Maran, mutar lechatechila. There's no chovah of basar. You're allowed to have a milky meal. Nevertheless, it's tov. Tov means it's good. It's good to be machmir, like the Rambam to have meat. However, though, there's no obligation, and therefore, if you want to have a milky meal, you're allowed to do so lechatechila.